what is it about YouTube specifically that you're like, well, I'm going to do the YouTube thing, but I'm going to do it differently, and why YouTube instead of something that might be more typical like Vimeo, because the types of videos that a lot of these people make tend to kind of look more like a Vimeo video, if that even means anything, if that even makes any sense.
I mean, I think a lot of the stuff we make is still very much like personality-led, like even if it isn't necessarily just talking to the camera. So I think that YouTube is definitely the more prime place for that kind of stuff. Vimeo is very much like content over person, so YouTube is definitely the best place to be like forming a community around your work.
YouTube is evolving in a way that allows you to put any content you want, obviously on YouTube, but also high-end stuff is becoming like a lot more acceptable. Like, in the YouTube community for sure. Like it's not uncommon now to see a high-end film on YouTube and not on Vimeo, and that's a change that probably I've seen in the last 2 years.
If you're just getting started and maybe you don't feel like you have the creativity to carve something out for yourself yet, I think definitely like look at people for inspiration and just see what you can get out of that, and then eventually you will find your own voice, I think.
You have to finish the project, even if you're not happy with it, move on and like start a new project. And I think that's really important, otherwise nobody would ever finish their first project because it's not a masterpiece.
Oh, don't do it! Maybe you can kick us off. What's adventure for you?
That's an interesting question. I think that's something, it probably is something slightly different to different people. I think the classic sense of adventure is, you know, like hats like this, and Indiana Jones, and you're like exploring and going out, and it's like quite extreme. But I think the reality for most of us is we aren't like trekking across the Himalayas or, you know, jungle in a cave or something. You know, we are at home, we're in our routine day to day. So for me, I think the challenge is finding adventure in our day-to-day life, and I think that starts first. And then when you start travelling and going to cool places, I think it starts from this sense of awe in the world around you and seeing beauty and seeing adventurous opportunities in your day-to-day life. So that's what it is, I think, for me.
I sit down in a dark living room like this on my laptop and edit for like 4, 5, 6 hours. That's 7 days a week. Like I finished my edit this morning at 7:30. I started this morning at 4. It is like, that is every single day.
You're a nutter.
My name is Swoozy. I twerk on my channel. That's pretty much how I stand out. Right now? Yeah. Can't service though, or else I would.
My name is Craig. I'm a Swoozy waiter. I'm on YouTube's. I have over 1,000 videos on that channel. Comedy, explosions, clones, eagle punching. And then I also host Mental Floss and Crash Course, and I have a show called The Good Stuff.
Yeah! What's up, I'm Josh Lundquist. I make videos, thank you, hello. We should hang out sometime. I make videos about, well, I used to make videos about my dating failures. Now I'm engaged, so that's awesome. Thank you. What else? Oh, you make like a lot of amputee puns. That's mostly what I specialize in.
It'd be hilarious if you weren't in it.
Yeah, it would be like, yeah, you can't really tell from this perspective. You guys are probably like, oh my gosh, that's so awkward. Why is this able-bodied man making amputee jokes? I don't have all that kind of stuff.
Hey, I'm Tessa Violet. I do video blogs and I write songs.
Even if it's like a cool music video or something, like it'll just do really poorly on my channel because the algorithm is such on YouTube, like the algorithm is like king of everything. And so the algorithm will recognize like, oh, Josh's subscribers aren't watching this video through to the end. Why? Because they're used to his vlogs, and so then the video doesn't get like put in suggested feeds. Not because it's a bad video, but because my viewers were used to vlogs. They were not expecting this content from me, therefore they didn't watch it, therefore it didn't do well in the algorithm. What are you passionate about? Make that, because you gotta keep making that.
So, yeah, the location of the interior of the hotel, it's in Pasadena here in LA. It's this amazing place called Castle Green. The second I walked in there, I was like, wow, this is Oscar's hotel. I'd seen some pictures of other places and I was like, none of this is Oscar's hotel. And then I walked into Castle Green and I was like, yeah, this is Oscar's hotel.
What did you guys think about shooting in that location? Why don't you start with Chris?
Oh, with me?
Yeah,
it was amazing. I'm still blown away by the fact, like, it's Tim Burton lived there for a little while.
He did, yeah.
Because he liked the place.
Yeah, they showed a bit of Beetlejuice there, which is cool.
Yeah, so like, it's such a cinematic location. It looks like a movie set. So, I mean, that just makes everything easier.
And as soon as we dressed it with, like, you know, a reception desk, it immediately became a hotel, which was cool. These were a creation that we made collaborating with the Jim Henson Company, and you know, now they're two giant 3D fishmen, and that's extraordinary to see come together. And now they're voiced not by myself and my friend James at university, they're voiced by Patrick Stewart and Alfred Molina, which is mind-blowing, really. So they've come a long way from their 2D fishy form to this.
How do I actually fish?
Yeah, how do you actually fish?
I researched it a lot. I spent a lot of time with fish.
Acting with fish.
Yeah. I Googled. But I mean, acting with those fish guys was easy. I mean, you could get really stuck in as an actor where, like, everything around looked so realistic. Like, it wasn't a CGI thing. Like, I wasn't looking at, like, a guy with a tennis ball on the stick. No, I was looking at a big fish.
Yeah. Welcome to the sexual orientation panel!
Independently of who you date or who you sleep with or anything like that. And it is easier. It's easier to just kind of fall into the binary rather than try to change people's hearts and minds and to have that conversation over and over again about, yes, it's a real thing. Let me bring out the diagram with the Kinsey scale on it. Like, let's just... It can get exhausting after a while. So a lot of people do, like I said, identify as gay or as straight just because it's easier. But I feel like everybody's got a little wiggle room, yes? What else?
Be you, be who you want, love who you want, and love what you want to do.
I think it's also...
I love you, you are not alone. There are people that care about you. If you are not surrounded by them yet, you will be soon.
So ask the questions. Don't think you need to know the answers right away. It's not a race. Everything can come. Education is key. Everyone matters. Every sexuality, gender is valid, and recognize that in everyone else.
And shout out to the pansexuals who are never to love yourself as you are. Don't change yourself for other people, and just I love it.
You are the only one responsible for making yourself happy. So get up in the morning and own your happiness.
And you still need it because we need to keep the tip secret.
like two dudes sitting in the surf crying because it's something that had been hiding for so long. So I thought, if all it takes is me dressing up in funny shit every Friday morning at 6:30 in the morning, that's what I'm going to do until I die to raise awareness for